Hey guys, perception theory. I'm sure you've all heard about it before. The perception theory is this in a nutshell: is if you find a perception skill gain, or if you get a perception skill gain, you can follow that skill gain and hopefully global or half. Now, there's a lot into this, and that's just the basic perception skill gain in a nutshell. People in the past, and it used to be much bigger in the past, people in the past had incorporated serendipity. If you had hit, and it goes something like this: if you had hit serendipity skill gain, then the claim was like over 150 meters away from you, but within like 500 meters. So it just got so absurd, as well as intelligence skill gains. Had you received an intelligence skill gain while out mining, then you were gonna mega half. Apparently, it really doesn't work like that. Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. But I do believe that there is something sometimes with perception skill gains. And that being said, what you're looking at right now is a cut up video of me mining about a week ago or so, I want to say now. And I had just hit 2 skill gains. Now what I'm doing here is I'm basically circling the skill gains in hope to get either a global or half, or just to see what's around, to see if there's another player in the area, or to see if there's more and more linear progressive skill gain, like more and more skill gains. So 90% of the time I have noticed that there is an avatar right outside of your radar, and when you do follow these skill gains, he'll appear on your radar, or she, or whomever. The green dot, I will say that, will appear on your radar. So 90% of the time, that's pretty much it. I've noticed most of the time on FOMA, that's it. But still, you could tell on the run here. You know, I just hit a small, I think, but I'm hitting amples. I'm still getting a little bit of prospecting and serendipity skill gains, as well as surveying. I still want to follow this because I've kind of gone around these 2 perception skill gains, and I waypoint them off on my map, and it's not an exact waypoint as long as I know the area that they're sort of in. Then I stick around there. So I've got 2, and it's kind of rare to get 2, especially, you know, in the same area as close as these 2 were together. So here I am. I'm basically going around trying to get another skill gain. I got some geology and mineral sense, it looks like, right there. So, and again, I'm overdubbing the video that I had just sliced up here, because this was over a course of about an hour, and I just wanted to record, you know, some of my drops, checking out what I received here as far as end matter. I believe I went to go suck that up, so still taking a look around. Now I don't really suggest that you follow all perception gains, but when it's kind of funny, when you're in an area and you're getting more than 1 perception gain, I would suggest that you kind of follow that. The same thing that happened in this video happened to me last night on Arcadia again. Now, I didn't half last night, but I did hit a significant, what was it? It was significant Alpha X. Of all things to hit, I hit one of the lowest markup stuff last night. And you'll see what I hit in this video, if I do in fact hit something. But yeah, okay. So, so last night, almost the same progression. 2, 3, 4, 5 perception gains last night. And I stopped hitting anything in the area. That whole area last night, I had about an 80% hit rate, both in matter and ore. It was absurd. Now, when I left the area to go mine other areas, I was shooting right down about 20% hit rate. It was quite incredible to see. Now, this has happened before a couple times, but also last night, not in this video, but my mining run last night, most of the claim sizes were small. I know I was hitting into ampler too. So once I crossed the server line, however, because the perception gains were mostly on the server line, I had globals, 150 ped Alfric. So Basically what I'm doing here is I'm still testing. Unfortunately in this video I did not, or this mining run rather, I did not go over the server line because it's way over on the right hand side. Basically where the snow part meets the green part, and it's a little over in the green part. So I figured, well, this is kind of not center area of the server, definitely not, but the area that I was mining in. You know, there's the server area, and then there's fractured areas within the server area that drop certain resources, or that loot or produce certain resources. So this one is not really great. My whole run here was, and there's another one right there. So I'm waypointing it off and just seeing now. If you notice, the last few bombs I was circling the 2 waypoints on the right, and I gave myself a little buffer and I went out a little further.
We got last year. Yeah.
Just ignore that. Talking to my mom, I think. She creeped in my house. We had coffee, so here we go. Another ample hit. So I was heading out west, basically, before I started hitting the perception gains. And there's a good Nixarium area out there. I found Langoths out there, as well as some other ores, or some other rare ores I won't mention. But yeah, so, and then I just kind of stopped in this area. This area itself produces very minimal markup ores. I think well, I gotta look at the video, but I mean, you saw list was popping up. I think it was root acid, stuff like that. It wasn't all that great, and not too much Arcadian specific type of ores either. Yeah, there's an Erdurium stone. So, and again, I'm circling this. Now, to the north of me is a Beladoth spawn, and to the south of me is a Beladoth spawn. The north one is the Young to Provider. I hunt there frequently. I'm working on my 400 for my missions right there. Just check one out, see how close he is. And then to the south of me is the greater ones, the old alphas, prowlers, stalkers. Now I don't ever hunt down there. In fact, I never tried them. I probably could take them on. I certainly have enough firepower, but fear the decay really. So the whole neat thing about this is all these perception gains take place between those two spawns, and also out west too. There's more Beladoth spawn out there. So yeah, all these perception gains. I think I ended up 2 or 5 in total. All of them happen within this little area here. So I eventually worked my way up to that Goldhof, and then I get thinking, I'm like, God, you know, there's got to be something else here because I'm dropping more bombs. I'm still getting good skill gains, and I hit another perk. I think it's this drop. Let's see. Yep. So I'm like, let's change gears and see if we just can't hit something off the Beladoth. Because I think that was the coup de grace. I think that was the finishing move. Did that Goldhof, and I pretty much realized that there's not going to be too much more. So checking out the gold stack. Unfortunately, it has minimal markup now, and things just kind of stopped selling on Arcadia. So I'm stuck with 2 pages filled with auction, and hopefully once the Calypso event is over, we'll get our crafters back and people will start buying stuff again. But so here we go, the first Beladoth. And I think I do 1 or 2 more after this and just call it. And I'm like, it was a good run while it lasted, but then the skill gains and everything died, and I realized I wasn't hitting off the Beladoth. So I did hit a couple of listening Ennies or Azure Pearl larges, and anyway, guys, that's Perception in a nutshell. And thanks for watching.